And away we go. Welcome back to NESN Bets Kickoff. Travis Thomas here in the PNC studio with my main man, Sam Panayotовich. Sammy P, long slate today. We've seen all the early games get underway. Have some 4 o'clocks now coming down to the wire. But now, my friend, I said this earlier and I meant it. We've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Patriots hosting the Dolphins. How about this line movement? I want you to speak to this. We've seen it all week, 2.5, 3. Right now, Dolphins -2. And how about the total? Little uptick here at 46.5. Your thoughts?
Well, the books know better than to move this up to 47 because if that ever happens, it's going to get pounded by sharp money. You know, they're going to take under 47 with both hands. So I think the origination of this number at 45, 45.5 tells a story because 47 is one of the most common landing numbers in the NFL. So they purposely opened it lower, and while it's been bet up, it's never quite reached 47. So that tells you the books believe in a lower scoring game. And you know me, man, I work the phones on Sunday a lot, and last half hour, I've been on the phone with basically every bookmaker that I know saying, we need the Patriots tonight.
Wow.
We need them to cover. We need them to win. Everybody that is up on the day is doubling down on Miami, -2.5 only. And the bettors that are down are going to get it back on Miami. Now, look, I'm not a blind contrarian here, Trav. You know that. But I know why these sports books are populated. I know why these casinos are built. Because these are games that, let's say 60 times out of 100, the house gets what it wants. Right. And the house needs the Patriots to find a way, whether it be like a thunderstorm or a hurricane or whatever, the books want the Patriots to hang inside 2.5, and they would love if New England could win outright.
Okay, let's have that conversation, okay? Patriots +130 on the money line. I mean, I'm hearing you talk right now, brother, and we'll get into some of these player props, but just hearing you talk, hearing the books need a Patriots win or a cover here. I mean, +130 on the money line. I'm looking at Ramondre Stevenson, player props. I mean, Mac Jones has been playing well. His number, really has not been inflated because of last week's performance. I'm feeling a case here for New England on the money line and maybe swimming in some of these player prop markets for the Patriots. I mean, your thoughts to that?
Well, first of all, I would love to walk through the cereal aisle with you because I feel like we'd leave with every box of cereal, right? You're like, we'll take this, we'll take that. Thank you very much. Listen, obviously the Patriots can win this game. It's only a 2.5-point line.
Right.
But as I look at the screen right now, Circa Sports and the biggest book offshore are now at 1.5. So that's telling you a lot. These are sharp books with sharp players. And while a lot of the books like the DraftKings and the FanDuels are at 2, Circa Sports, one of the sharpest outs in the world, is at 1.5, despite more bets, more tickets being on Miami. So you got to read between the lines there. The respected players are on New England. This is a pros against Joe's game. So sure, I think I like the protection more on the 2.5, because let's just say it's 17-16 or 21-20. I mean, how many years have we watched Belichick now muck these games up, and they don't always win these games? I think I would probably take the 2. The 2.5s are evaporating before our very eyes. Our consensus number right now, as you see, is 2. But I think I would like the protection on the 2 rather than to take the money line. But I don't hate a money line pop, that's for sure.
All right, let's talk about the total here, because if I'm Team Patriots, right, and I'm leaning to betting them, whether it's money line or taking the 2.5, depending where you shop. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking the under. Right? Because it means you're going to neutralize and slow down this Miami offense. You make Tua look pedestrian for once. And then, obviously you're going to run the ball, and you're not going to ask Mac Jones to go out and beat Tom Brady. He's incapable of doing that consistently, even though he put up some big numbers last week. If I'm on the Dolphins side, obviously I'm thinking over and I'm laying the points tonight. Where do you sort of weigh in? Because I don't actually have a feel for the total. I just want to bet the Patriots and let whatever happens happen. Where are you at on the total, 46.5 currently?
So I naturally lean under in most Patriot games. It's just the way I'm wired because Belichick is one of the best under coaches of all time. I mean, granted, there were some seasons when he had Brady, like the 07 team, like there were more overs that year than unders. But historically, this is a defensive-minded team that wants to win these, slugfests. They want to win 20-17. Like the old joke was Belichick wants to be the first to 21 and then have the game stop.
Right.
I think when I envision, like, let's put our Patriot goggles on here for a second, right? Like, these are my Patriot goggles. They don't look good, and that's why they're Patriot goggles. I think in a perfect world, the Patriots run right down the field, go up 7-0, and then just sit on it. They don't want to play 35-31. So knowing what we know and discussing what we've talked about, how the books want the Patriots to dictate the tempo. And if they do, we're looking at under in the game. We're probably looking at under passing yards for Tua. And then here's a very interesting number. Mac Jones passing attempts.
Oh.
Last week, he threw the ball 50-plus times. So if you look at the box score last week and go, wow, he threw it 50 times. Well, they were getting ragged all early. And he had to throw them back into the game.
Right.
But if they go up 7-0, 10-3, they're going to just run the ball. So look at Mac's attempts number in this game, 34.5. Well, he just threw 55 times. Well, that doesn't matter because that game it's in the past.
Right. This
game likely is slower, and that's because the Patriots want to run the ball. I would look at your running back props. I would look at Ramondre Stevenson maybe over. We'll talk about my favorite prop in a second, but I think this is less passing, more running, and that usually gets you to an under game at 46.5.
All right, Sammy just gave you a lot there. I mean, we'll just dive right into the Patriots player props. Mac Jones, 242.5 passing yards, 1.5 passing touchdowns. But Sammy gave you a nugget there, under 34.5 attempts for Mac Jones. I will tail him with that because I believe in who you brought up several times. Ramondre Stevenson, you see it there at the bottom of your screen, 51.5 rushing yards, 24.5 receiving yards. To be honest, Sammy, I'm interested in going over on both. And going back to your cereal aisle analogy, you're right because, even for receiving yards in this game, I could see Mac Jones in sort of an extension of the running game with a little check down Charlie there, just throwing it down to Ramondre out of the backfield. I could see a number of those designed, screen plays for him. I'm going to stay away from any of the receivers. Although Hunter Henry, big week last week, I am tempted to go over 33.5 receiving yards for him. I think I'll leave it alone. Kendrick Bourne, 39.5 receiving yards. Gesicki, 14.5. So low numbers there. But again, I'm with you with the Mac Jones saying I just don't know enough in terms of, as you said, I just don't think he's going to grip it and rip it this week like he did last week. I think it'll be more of a running game. So I'm on Ramondre there. What's your favorite prop you've alluded to a couple times here? Give it to me. I'm ready.
I hope the crew is ready. Our great crew working on this NESN Bets Kickoff show. Clip this right here. Zeke Elliott. I've got this premonition that he's going to score a touchdown in this game.
Ooh.
All right. He's plus 260 at DraftKings. He's plus 180 at FanDuel. So obviously, get the best of the number. You don't want to be taking 180 when you can get plus 260. But I don't know, man. Like I close my eyes, and I've already told you about this thought process I have where the Patriots get the ball first, go right down the field and score. How about your boy, 15-1 first touchdown, Trent?
Ooh.
It's Sunday night. The Cowboys didn't want him. Bill's going to show everybody he can still get something out of Zeke. Look, the first touchdown bet is roulette, obviously.
Right.
But I don't think that's a bad pop at 15-1, and I do think Zeke is going to get a couple touches inside the 5 tonight to justify a wager on Ezekiel Elliott anytime touchdown at plus 260.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, are you guys paying attention to this? NESN Bets Kickoff, okay? We're telling you 2 plays to play on Zeke Elliott. You can go first touchdown at 15-1. Then you can go anytime touchdown for Zeke at plus 260 on DraftKings. I mean, are you paying attention to the nuggets?
Well, hey, what did we do earlier? What did we do with Josh Dobbs? We talked about Josh Dobbs on the show we did at 3 o'clock. Josh Dobbs was 8-1 to score a touchdown. And we said, look, you got to watch out for his legs. He took off from the 20-yard line. He had his PF Flyers on. and he hits a touchdown, and that's 8-1. So if you played that, if you watch that, you're up for the day because of the show.
I mean, bro, we are giving them all the game we can give them. How about any Dolphins player props you like? Are you staying away from them tonight because of sort of the game script in your mind?
You just want more, huh? They always
Of
want
course.
more, don't they?
Yes.
I look at Tua, I look at both quarterbacks really and think about, their unders, their passing
Okay.
unders. Maybe even a little Tua under passing touchdowns, 1.5. I don't, let's be clear. I mean, you asked the question, I'll give you the answer. I lean under on Tua passing yards and passing touchdowns, but I mean, I'm not going to go to war with Tua under 1.5 when he's got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and they have a
Right.
really good schematically scripted offense. So nothing really for me there. I think my anti-Dolphins process in this game leads me more to a Patriots +2, plus
Okay.
2.5 wager than it has me to any shortage of Miami players.
I tell you what, I like that 15-1 Zeke first touchdown. I'm going to go play that as we speak, my man. Another NESN Bets kickoff in the can for Travis Thomas and Sam Panayotовich. We'll see you next Sunday. Peace.